Hello everyone out there, this is the Lunar Walker, and welcome once again to Late to the Party, Control. If you'll excuse me, I just had to drink some water there. Um, yeah, I've been enjoying this game. I've been playing it all week, so obviously I've been enjoying it. Just kinda doing my thing. Hit continue. The reason I signed out so quickly yesterday was because my mother was downstairs. She lives in Kansas. That's halfway across the country for me. So I don't get to see her all that often. So I really had to go. I spent a good portion of the rest of the day with her and my stepfather, and my mom and dad are awesome. They just kind of are who they are, just like I am who I am. And whenever we can see each other, it is great. Um, but here we are. We have to go see, go after Marshall. That's what it is. There was something that I was thinking of. Yeah, that is the hallway. So now we see where we were when we came through that set of doors. This is what popped up on us. So,
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right.
More of you? Really?
whew! Ha ha ha. I keep forgetting I've got... Whew. And of course that health bar also acts as kind of a ticking timer. So once that goes down, he dies. It's kind of nice, kind of worrisome, you know. You got the timer, which is good, but it's also... And now the door's open, obviously. But also that means that... yeah, executive personal protection. Not gonna go there. Because I just got here. Pardon me again?
Welcome to the party now. Marshall is right down the hall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go this way first, because bathrooms. Ooh, someone did not have a good day. Okay, rubber duck supplement. And yes, there is a rubber duck here. Rubber duck AI52-AE. Discovered in the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained about being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of the child's imagination, until he began hearing the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update. It was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of the altered item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated. Yeah, hopefully it's terminated as in, fired and not terminated as in, death. I would think that they would have, like, amnestics from SCP, where they can just make him forget certain things.
Marshall's eager to speak with you, ma'am. She's just down the hall.
I don't know why I'm shooting this thing. I want to try and destroy it. I can't see... Oh. No, I can't pick it up. That is so weird. I wonder if I can't pick up any of these vending machines. I know there's a trophy for doing certain vending machines, but I wonder if that's all vending machines that are there. Claim the control point. Done. Anything else on the tables other than me screwing with the fridges and whatnot? No? Okay. Time to keep going. Okay, this is actually a pretty fun room. There's a bunch of items. Is it? Yeah, in this room that are based around luck. So,
there you are.
once you
I was
get...
starting to worry.
Yeah, shut up, Marshall, for a sec. I'm explaining things. Once you get a certain documentation to tell how to do it, you get everything set up, make the roulette thing work, and you need level 5 clearance for it. But once you can get in there, that's how you get one of your extra suits.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
And I think that just leveled us up to 4. Nope, we're still at 3. Huh. Now there actually are rangers.
We have to help them.
If I can get... That's what I want. Ah, shit, don't tell me I don't have the ability to get one of those yet. Ah, damn it. Oh well. Well, now I can mind control one of these guys, so it's not too bad. Still. Whew. There we go. I saved the agents. Kind of. Shit! More of them. And yeah, you can also control the exploders. Get away from them! These guys explode! Ah, damn. Now to force out the corruption. Oh, come on. Whew. Yeah, shoot to kill is right. Whew. Got at least one ranger still alive. Now to force the hiss out. I still love that. But yeah, I lost one of my guys. Sometimes if you're fast enough, you can get all of them, but I think there's 2 only. I might be wrong, there could be 3, but sometimes if you're fast enough, you can get the guys to survive it, but not always. Okay, got an astral blip from that. Nothing from there. Bathroom. Never hurts to check the bathroom every single time. Okay, so we have the synchronicity. Another shelter. Check inside there. Threshold Kids Proposal. Initiative Proposal. The Threshold Kids. Those creep... Oh, hello! Welcome to the stream. I just got a proposal for that creepy puppet series that we've been watching. With the recent arrival of the Redacted, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young Redacted. There are no other Redacted for Redacted to play with, and Redacted is expected to learn about the frightening new concept. Solution: Redacted will require a slow, Redacted-friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce The Threshold Kids, a television show in which the cast as cheerful puppets explains the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also shows the fun side of the paranatural. Budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community center. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It would be good for morale, and I guarantee Redacted will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect a Redacted to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, Redacted love puppets. So we know at least one of those is kids. Okay, spin, shatter, and grip. Ammo refund. That's actually a pretty good one. Astral reload efficiency, and yeah, I prefer... Oh, damn. I forgot to check my mods for... Let's see, 8%, 10%. Get rid of that 8%. 30%, 24%. Get rid of that one. There we go. Okay, and over here we have big open room, which is probably where we are supposed to go. Yes, it is. We have the ritual office over here. Hey, there's our surviving dude. Then we have this thing that wasn't cleared out. Astral research. Or central research. Huh. I forced this out and that part still is covered. Interesting. Synchronicity lab. Ooh. I think I know this place. Yeah, this is the mirror spot. So, the mirror is a side quest that is actually pretty interesting. In fact, you get a suit for doing it. But I don't think I'm going to do it right away. I'm just going to run around this main room real quick. Synchronicity Experiment. Examination of paranatural topics. Experimentation with global synchronicity. Summary. As a test, television sets were placed at a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis is that by identically altering the decor of every room and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single different channel would spontaneously align with the incoming frequencies to match the synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responding for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located at the eastern part of Redacted. Psychological examinations of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not the way we had predicted. Refer to file 1-87-3452 for full report. Interesting. So let's head down to the mirror room. Like I said, I will not do this puzzle yet. In fact, I can't, because I need a level 6 clearance to get in there. I think it's kind of funny that I'm already the director and I still need to upgrade my clearance cards pretty much every time. So, yeah. Astral Construct. Still can't get Pierce. I'd be able to get Pierce if I had not died a couple times. I'm gonna go upstairs. Okay, what do we have here? Carla, file received, Federal Bureau of Control. Thank you for the file, it was very helpful. I've re-archived it with the BlackRock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future. However, as my analysis of this newly discovered BlackRock variant is reaching a critical point, I hope you will be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm sure he would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis you provided, pardon me, I do not have any questions. Thank you for the expeditious delivery. Regards, Research Specialist Dr. Carla Vaughn, Federal Bureau of Control. Hiss warped. Field research of Hiss entity, the Hiss warped agents. Hiss warped wield very paranatural ability similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating the greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for the organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Refer to file redacted for a full report. Okay, time to continue on to the observation room. Let's see, we've got... Wow. These are actual legitimate formulas.
The forest of positive interactions. So I play this and get in the tank. Okay. Self-reflection can bring answers. I read that somewhere.
Rituals. Examination of paranatural topics, tangible effects of rituals. Summary. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorder. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing redacted, called rituals. The redacted of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formula, repetitive action, and casual tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling a light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the result of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize the deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world and, when located, should be considered for employment at the Bureau. Refer to file redacted for a full. That was Emily Pope by order of Casper Darling. Let's see here. That is way around. I think I'll continue with Old Boys Club for now, because that'll lead me over to there. So go back down the elevator. I don't know why you can't just click the one that on the side that it's going to open. That way you're already facing the right direction. Oh well. Off we go. Continue towards Starling's HRA lab. There's the rubber ducky.
Altered item number 52AE. 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
All of that for the rubber ducky. Let's see. We have an empty one. But look at those symbols. Those symbols are very important, as we discovered when opening that one door. We read a book about rituals, and now we're seeing these symbols even more prevalently. So we now know the symbols, and notice 3 of the rooms are empty. I just noticed that myself. Might have noticed when I first played it, but not sure. I think this is the first time I noticed, but those symbols are important based on rituals. The rituals of... I just noticed that. There is a steam that goes from yellow to like green that comes off the ducky. That's pretty cool.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
And do not worry, it is essentially black for me as well. There is actually that right there, which I cannot get to. At least not yet. I need float for that. There we go. Okay, there we go. HRA lab.
Any idea how to make it work?
Okay, so we know the first symbol. And dimensions, too powerful for our use. Feedback loop. So 4th symbol and 5th symbol. Those yellow cards are what we are going to be using. This one says the 2nd and 3rd symbols are those, but should be reversed. Our way in, too strong. Changing variables. But yeah, these computers are where we install the symbols into.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, like I said, these yellow cards will become important. Black rock prisms. Utilization of paranatural elements, black rock prisms. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of prisms retains frequency in the range of redacted to redacted hertz. And yes, Hz means hertz. The perfect redacted harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing a redacted through harmonizing prism to a redacted methods for the imprinting of sorry, my eyes are starting to burn. Non-physical fields into redacted. Imbuing them with the properties of the harmonizing resonance redacted to the prisms will be explored and explained. Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay. Do. And here we see 1 and 4. Can we affect this? Configurations.
Embracing the erratic, an audio journey. This must be one of those sensory tank tapes.
Yeah. And there we go. That's number 4. So it says number 4 is that one right there. Double check with the others. That one says number 4 is that one. Number 1 is like a B with a solid. That one. 2 and 3. This is number 2. That one says 2 is like the solid in diamond.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Huh. Okay, let's not do 5 there yet. This is number 4. That one says number 4 is like the weird Q-like one. But I don't have a weird Q-like one. Well, I do. It's that one right there.
Whiteboard drawings may be important.
Let's see here. Number 5. Let's see, number 3, a single diamond. Which would make that one number 5. I hope that was the correct combination. We will find out.
The prism shatter. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Black Rock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
How long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks.
Finally
I'm gonna
upgraded
set
to
up a
4.
base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here,
Yeah.
this will lead back to Central Research.
Okay. There we go. I think if you get it wrong, it just doesn't work. So, yeah. And we're back in Central Research. Do. That is ammo cost per shot. Oh, better ammo cost per shot. You know what? I'll hold off until I can get a third variant for that. Oh, wait. We've got a new hotline and a new multimedia. So, the board, objects of power. I think it's kind of funny that it says ignore this message. And resonance.
Resonance is the key. Vibration, frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them. Hedron is communicating with me. He's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I am trying to stay entertaining and whatnot, but okay, so it is down there by parapsychology. Ah, shit. Whew. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. That would allow me to unlock 2 at once. That'll allow me to actually launch enemies. So I think I'll do that one. And that one first. Okay. Sensory tank purpose. Darling here. Some of you were curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of a Dr. Yoshimi Tokai, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently, his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things by creating genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Takai's tapes for ourselves. Plus, there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a dark and closed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. Okay, and that was it for here. Dr. Takai investigation. Official findings report, Dr. Yoshimi Takai. Dr. Yoshimi Takai, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe due to the unusually swift rise in fame, along with the reports of vivid redacted accompanying the use of his tapes. Investigation sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Takai's background. We found no past incidents with altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with altered organizations. However, agents that attended a signing event reported redacted when hearing Dr. Takai speak. We recommend the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Takai's voice and perform any and all relevant analysis. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next step regarding Dr. Takai, as well as his eligibility for Prime Candidate Program. Refer to File 7-42-9633 for full report. These are actually for tests, for psychic and whatnot. Certain orders and imagery, hold them up, see if the person can guess them. Put it in a certain order, see if the person can figure out the order without seeing it. Stuff like that. It's actually a very interesting way to test stuff, in my opinion. At least for psychic abilities. Now to do the guided tour. Federal Bureau of Control. Good news! The Dr. Takai tapes arrived this week. Finally, you really should have used same-day shipping. I sent them out to Dr. Darling and Dr. Harrington to check out before we begin serious examination. If you need them right away, I'd check Dr. Darling's room and the ritual office. Can't wait to start testing Dr. Yoshimi Takai's famous guided imagery experience.
This should be interesting.
イメージの世界を体験しましょう。早速始めましょう。Welcome to my guided imagery experience. レッスン1、森との戯れ。Exercise 1, the forest of positive interaction.
は徳井義美博士、私を信じて任せてください。
My name is Dr. Yoshimi Tokui. Trust my words. I'm here for you.
目を閉じて心を開いてください。あなたは浜辺に一人住んでいます。誰もいない静かな浜辺。
Close your eyes, open your mind, and find yourself on an empty beach.
さざ波の音が聞こえ、遠くにカモメが見えます。ポテトチップスの袋をつついてますね。
The waves are rolling in, and the seagulls are fighting over a discarded bag of potato chips.
ハラペーニョ味のようです。
I believe they're jalapeno flavored.
沖の方に何か見えます。森が海の上に浮かんでいます。
I see something in the middle of the ocean. They appear to be trees.
もしかしたら人を遠ざけようとする今のあなたの気持ちを暗示しているのかもしれません。
Perhaps they are ocean trees. Or perhaps they are metaphors for how you push people away.
それが何なのか一緒に探してみましょう。波の方に近づいてみてください。
Let's find out together. Just walk over the waves, friend.
森は寂しそうです。話しかけてみませんか？
The trees look lonely. Why don't you talk to them?
森にささやきかけましょう。あなたは愛されるに値すると、誰もが愛されるに値すると森もうなずいています。
You whisper to the trees. You tell them that they deserve love, that everyone deserves love. The trees agree.
木々は健康になり、お互いに愛を育んでいくのでしょう。
They will now go on to form healthy, respectful relationships with other trees or shrubs, whatever they prefer.
さあ、森をそっとしておいてあげましょ
Now let's leave these trees to their love.
う。覗き見は失礼ですからね。
Voyeurism is
お
impolite.
や、何か不穏なものを感じます。何でしょう。
I sense a disturbance in our love garden. A menace.
行ってみましょう。森の危機かもしれません。行ってみましょう。
Go find it. Do not let it darken our forest of emotions.
フォークリフトです。この森にはふさわしくありません。巨大なタイヤでビーチが荒らされてしまいます。
A forklift. It does not like the tree's romance. It is ruining our lovely beach with its hateful tires.
なんということでしょう。機械を止めてください。あのカモメには家族がいます。
It ran over one of the gulls. Such bloodshed. Turn off the machine. That gull had a family.
さっきのポテトチップスはお腹に赤ちゃんがいる奥さんへのプレゼントでした。あの機械を止めなければ。
The potato chips were for his pregnant wife. The forklift must be stopped.
やりましたね。あの恐ろしい機械は止まりました。
You did it. The murderous machine will kill no more. The trees can love undisturbed.
フォークリフトも孤独な木々ももうありません。あなたの心は安らぎと慈愛に満たされているはずです。
Our beach is no place for forklifts or lonely trees. Your mind is a safe haven for love.
心が穏やかに健康になった感じはありますか？
Doesn't that feel nice? Aren't you feeling healthier?
さて、もう時間のようです。感受性の豊かなあなたのままでいてください。
Oh my, it seems we're all out of time. Stay receptive, friend.
That actually was relaxing. And strangely insightful.
And we have a second tape to play, so let's do
Embracing
that.
the erratic. Audio journey.
体験しましょう。
What is this for?
始めましょう。Welcome to my guided imagery experience.
レッスン2、気まぐれを受け入れるです。
Exercise 2. Embracing the erratic.
私は徳井義美博士。私を信じて任せてください。
My name is Dr. Yoshimi Tokui. Trust my words. I'm here for you.
目を閉じて心を開いてください。想像してみてください。あなたは閑散とした浜辺にいます。
Now, close your eyes, open your mind, and find yourself on a deserted beach.
波が岩に打ち寄せ、 カモメたちが旋回しながら近づいてきます。
The waves are crashing against the rocks, and the gulls are circling overhead, drawing ever closer.
カモメたちが怖いですか？大丈夫。彼らは危害を加えます。
Are you scared of birds? If so, please try not to be.
自動販売機があります。あなたは喉が渇いています。
Look, a vending machine. You must be thirsty.
さあ、渇きを潤しに行きましょう。
Let us go quench your thirst.
あなたのお気に入りのソーダがあります。ボタンを押してみましょう。
They have your favorite soda. You know the one. Press the button.
自動販売機が逃げていきます。追いかけてください。
The machine has run off with your favorite soda. Chase it.
さあ頑張って。あれはあなたが世界で一番好きな飲み物です。
Fight for it. This is your favorite soda in the whole world.
人を殺してでも手に入れる、それくらい好きなはずです。急いで走ってください。
The soda you kill a man for. Hurry, run. Soda.
ソーダが出てきました。やった。
The soda tumbles out. Victory.
あ、ちょっと待ってください。これは違う種類です。
But wait, it's not the right kind.
いや、このソーダを試してみましょう。
I guess you'll have to try something new.
きっと気に入るはずです。
Go on. You might like it.
美味しいですよね。新しいお気に入りができました。
How delicious. This is your new favorite soda.
新しいものに挑戦するときこそ人生の一番素敵な部分を発見できます。
When you try new things, you sometimes discover the best of life has to offer.
それがソーダのレッスンです。
That's a soda lesson for you.
今度は別の自意識に目を向けてみましょう。
Ah, another personal realization awaits.
走ってください。運動することは良いことです。
Hurry over. Run. Exercise is good for you.
Okay, run, run, run. Oh, hello. Welcome to the
いつも
stream.
だったらとてもびっくりしますよね。
It's a dead person. This would normally be quite an upsetting thing to find, yes?
心配しないで。あなたは安全です。
Do not worry. You are safe.
ちょっと死体に触ってみませんか？
Why don't you try touching the dead person?
面白いことが起きるかもしれません。
It could be interesting.
You got a stick I can poke it with?
なんてことだ。死体がたくさん出てきました。どこから来たんでしょう。
Oh, merciful gods. Dozen of more corpses appeared. Where did they come from?
ひどい匂いです。恐ろしい。ここはもう今までの浜辺ではありません。
Oh, the stench. The horror. This beach will never be the same.
なんで死体になんて触ったんですか？はあ、最悪の間違いを犯しましたね。
Why did you touch the dead person? You made a grave mistake.
死体を隠して間違いを正してください。
Fix your mistake by hiding it.
死体を埋めて腐敗した心をきれいにしてください。
Bury these bodies. Clean your mind of the rot.
Hide the dead people to fix your mistake. Okay. That's an interesting lesson to give people.
恐ろしい体験でしたね。でもまた一つ学びました。
That was scary, wasn't it? And yet, you learned another lesson.
怖いものには理由があります。
You're scared of some things for a reason.
本能に耳を傾けて世界は気まぐれで冷たいという事実を認めてください。
Listen to your instincts. Accept that the world is random and cold.
恐怖は役に立つものです。
Fear is useful.
たくさんの学びがありました。良い学びも悪い学びも。
Lots of good lessons today. Some things are good, some are bad.
少しは人生の残酷さに対処できると思いません
Don't you
か？
feel more prepared for uncaring cruelty of life?
私はできるようになりました。
I know I do.
これでセラピーを終わります。
This concludes my guided imagery therapy.
あなたは徳井義美博士に認められました。これでこの荒れ狂う世界を探検できるはずです。
You are now approved by Dr. Yoshimi Tokui to explore this rotating rock we call Earth.
幸運を祈ります。歩みを止めず旅を続けてください。徳井義美でした。
Good luck, Star Wanderer. Stay actualized. And see you next time.
Yeah, I'm Jesse fucking Faden. You're the best, Dr. Yoshimi.
And I am sorry that the person that popped in seems to have left, or the person that has been watching since the beginning left. Somebody left, and I am sad to see that. Huh. Energy recovery speed up. Minus 11, minus 10. I think I'll put that in instead of the energy boost. Oh, come on. Oh, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I hate when they do that. Woo! Okay. Use him to search for others. Okay, so just those two were left. I hate when that happens. Hey! I now have Pierce. Yeah, I'm just gonna do fast travel. Ventilations, coolants, control room, central, and power plant. I'll go to Central Executive, actually. But yeah, fast travel system. I pointed it out when we first got it, but I never used it until now. It's handy, but not in the way that I like. And I think they only did it because that way they could do those executive missions to allow you to go to certain rooms.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Physical alterations in his corrupted organism vary so wildly. What's the connection? Hi, Jesse.
Does she have anything new to talk about? Doesn't look like it.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought of a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
So they are all new. Okay.
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
I apologize if I missed any of these.
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before. And studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. This blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
Thank you, Emily.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
As I've said, I love Emily. She is so adorkable. Okay. Analysis of his threats, part 2. Yeah, I already got part 1. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this is done in the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between the repeating phrases and the ones repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of the repeating string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts the individuals? Does the chant produce physical effects? Is it a message? An incantation? We are able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio recording. Refer to file redacted for full report. And no, there's no actual audio log that's sitting in here that you missed when you pick that up, so. And here we are. We've got security now in this area as well, which is awesome.
I can't believe these suits lasted as long as they have.
Ease off. We're all in this together.
Bullshit. I didn't see them fighting to retake the HRA lab. Rangers always get left to pick up management's shit.
Hey, I was there too, buddy. Huh. I can't believe I didn't go in here. Control parameter. Training parameter. Huh. Yes, I did see that open book. I was checking the other thing first. Okay. By order of Casper Darling, compiled by Emily Pope. Parautility. Examination of paranatural topic. Objects of power and their parautility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals parautilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the parautility. Using the redacted objects of power, as an example, some parautilitarians can achieve throw distance of redacted, while others are only capable of a little as redacted. See Dr. Darling's presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some redacted exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished parautilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to file 8-54-1982 for full report. And we have a box here.
We should be out there. Those things are killing our buddies while we babysit the execs.
You heard Marshall. We need to be smart about this. They've got control of the entire Bureau.
Fuck that. The longer we sit here, the worse it's gonna get.
You know, he's not wrong, but neither is she. So it's hard to not side with both sides on that one. Pope's promotion. Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for a promotion based on the work ethic and assistance in advancing many other research matters. See research reports redacted for breakthrough resulting in her work. Recommendation. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her co-workers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to a position of research specialist. Yay! Emily had a promotion recently. Collective unconscious. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of unconscious that is shared by all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge linked to us through our ancestral heritage. See Jung's report, pages 12 through 34. Through the collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and cultures. The internal belief is a power of images shared by massive population is redacted, and the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted exuded is attempted to the best representation of the image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by simple power of sustained collective beliefs. Refer to file 5-41-7532 for full report. Whew. Yeah. Proof of reason why you should return to areas like the exec's offices. There are new stuff that show up. Hey, I now have 4. Lots of stickers. Lots of post-it notes. So many post-it notes. Sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, Dr. Bozer, Vice Chief of Staff. This poor guy. This was his office, and the sticky notes went all over the place.
That weird janitor had a hand in this. I never trusted that freak.
Hey. The janitor is awesome. He has a friendly face. Technological restrictions. Examination of paranatural topic. Technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signals. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently, and redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 4-19-1935 for full report. There goes my theory that the reports are based on dates, because cell phones have not been around that long. Hey, fuck you, guy. I'll hit your department with a reorg if I need to. In case you're wondering, reorg means reorganization. Basically, it's saying, hey, you need to change your department to be like this. I am just checking all my bases.
The Rangers to clean this mess up. We'll be out of here in no time.
Ah, you poor, poor naive fool. I couldn't remember if I skimmed that area yet or not. And the body is gone. Trench's body is gone. Office rules and conduct. There we go. Now I can read it. Speak at moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drinks around bureau, documents, or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects. Wear access badges at... I can't read that. Okay, so 5, 6, and 7, I'll have to find a different poster. Does this one have 5, 6, and 7 available? No, it does not. What about this poster? Nope. My goodness, I am trying. There we go. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud, and, pardon me, the one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Oh my god, I agree with number 7 very much so. I hated it when I was working at, like... I'm just going to kill the fuck out of these things. Okay, that is cool. I've never actually watched it reload. Okay, does it have different for each reload? Yes, it does, and that is glorious. Okay. Killed the fuck out of that one. Yeah, I'll eventually be able to get in there as well. Yeah, those are dead now. That's that one. Let's see, is it the same one or is it a new one?
Reminder, if you experience an
It's the same one.
unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered item or object of power.
Ah. I am still so used to hitting square. Even though I've been playing this game for almost the entire week, I'm still so used to hitting square as a reload.
What's your read on all this?
It's bad, but we can handle it. Just like we handled that altered item making everyone drown themselves in the toilets.
Trench contained that thing. And he's gone now.
Yeah, well, I'm here now, so...
Looking good on hardware. Grenades. Running low.
That sucks. We're running low on grenades.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
Nice. Now, I probably should have been out through here before, but first off, I just got 4. Also, yeah. Ah, the America Overnight program. Hey, there's one of the tie-ins to the rest of the Remedyverse. The America Overnight program is operated successfully for over redacted years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation on the natural skeptic population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing citizens to call in and report their experiences with the paranatural. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. In this report, the investigation sector has cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrence analysis. The more redacted results of Night Springs have been cataloged in separate report. Refer to file redacted for full report. That's what I meant. Night Springs is what ties them together. There's the jukebox. I can't kill these ones. No. I can't even summon up the... I can't use shield, I can't use my fling, I cannot destroy those machines. No.
No one followed you in, right?
No, no one followed me in. Research, Hiss nodes.
Molecules in order to alter human physiology. It would explain the hair loss.
Think about it. The precision that would require is unthinkable.
We do meet Salvador, by the way. Salvador does become one of our buddies.
He's the new director.
Every now and again, you'll get snippet of information, like they're on the phone or something. Other times, you'll get flat out info. So, yeah.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he alright? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him.
Continue towards Blackrock Processing.
Like you do with me?
Yes. Oh, wow. Throw a monitor at the last one. Nice. And now I can get in here. Ah, damn it, I remember these rooms. Time for some platforming. Okay. Gonna go grab the one that I just attached again. Hopefully I don't need all of them locked to open that door. No, I don't. Whew. Okay, there's the light switch. We all know what to do with that, but first, as usual, we go the way we're not supposed to. And fall down a hole. Oh, I forgot about that. It's a trap. Ah. Because usually you're running and you don't notice, it just stops. So yeah, it's a trap. Remember the rule of 3. Okay, so light off, painting right side up. Radio straightened. I think the chair was pushed in. No, the chair was out. The radio was on the other side. Because you can't go into the third room until you've matched these two. Yeah. Okay. Really? Is it dipped down? No, it's straight. Huh. Oh. So stupid. That's what it was, the plant. And the radio turns off when you've got it right. The plant I wasn't noticing. Now the third room opens and there's your key. Sorry that took longer than it should have. And the radio turns back on once you grab the key. Here we are. Eh. And yeah, this time, it's not a trap. This time this is the shortest route to get back to where you need to go. Because now the fire break isn't broken. Fire break broken. Now it's not busted, so you can run on through. Remember, like, 2 episodes ago when I came in here and that was shattered in the middle? Now it's not, so...
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Atlas theory. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL-03, for said dimensions, seems to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. Seems to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change. It only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. The previous theory was that the change corresponds to the house's shifts, and that the Atlas is a redacted of the redacted itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Refer to file 8-37-3592 for full report. Okay, missions. Okay. I forgot to go to maintenance to check to see if we got any new missions from AT. I'll do that in a sec. I was in maintenance and I forgot to check and see if we had any missions from AT. I am so sorry, AT. Yeah, I don't have level 5. I think I can do the trick of breaking this glass, though. Though should I? I think I'll leave that as a tantalization. Until we get to level 5. Haha. Oh, I got that guy in the back of the head. Aha! I don't think I actually lost anybody there. Cleanse this point. Time for some more coolness. Speak with Arish. Yeah, Arish is up there. Arish, you can hold off until I explore this area more properly. Now that it's not a war zone. Actually, fast travel. The Atlas Chamber, I want... let's see here. Elevator. Furnace Chamber. NCS, Energy Convergent Entrance. NSC Room. Central Room. I think that's the one I want. No, this was not the one I wanted. Though I think I can roundabout it. Yes, I was able to roundabout it. I am heading to Ati's area. What is this one? This is the ventilations. Okay. Now I know. So now I know when I want to see Ati. Okay, and he does not have any more jobs for us right now. That's good. So we are still good with Ati. Though he says he needs a holiday. Don't worry, Ati. You will get your holiday. Now to teleport back to the Atlas Chamber. Asphalt Chamber. The Atlas Chamber. I am going to go up this flight of stairs over here. Huh. He is in that room. Yes, I am aware I was running into a glass wall.
investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet.
Okay. Now, to actually watch that.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream like haze. Inside, they found a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. And just like that, it led back to the oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house.
I wonder where the Ocean View is actually located. I mean, we know that the oldest house is in New York, so...
You're still you.
I'm not doing so hot.
You're fine. We'll push through this.
The Hiss are the ones doing the pushing, Doc.
Oh, that poor kid.
Ranger Squad Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find the route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire.
Medic, what's the damage?
They've each taken a few
I'd say
minutes.
she was
We need
more
to get them to a
enchanting
surgical station
than alluring.
ASAP, but I don't think they're stable enough to move.
Enchanting.
Oh yeah? They're gonna have to.
Did you tell your
We are
seal
moving out
about
and I
this?
am not leaving
No.
you behind. Now do what you need to do.
Because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The Hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prison to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. But Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a Hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. But we are just treading water here, and the Hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
Aye, aye, Arish. That's what I mean. We will meet Arish, and he is awesome. But now we have a monster to deal with. And we cannot get in there yet. Because we need to get through that door to get in there.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
We need
You
level
showed
5.
me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
Now, I do not like the monster if it's the one that I think it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's invisible. It's fucking invisible. You can kind of see it. That's why they keep calling it a monster. And now you see why I wanted fucking shield before getting to this point. There we go.
Let's hurry up and find...
Hiss distorted. The invisible fucks. Hiss distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit powerful concussive blasts when in close range of their targets. Curiously, the Hiss distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offense. The Hiss distorted's unique in the ability that it wields paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does the invisibility work? Does the distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to refract light? The physical deformation of this particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly, the human host would have died with such extreme alterations, which prompts the question, are the corrupted simply animated corpses? And, of course, the expedition debrief. Like I said, fuck that guy. I tried just playing through the game the very first time, and this was the part that caused me the most grief.
There are areas in the oldest house where, under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas
Black Rock. Black Rock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures. Since it is first discovered, the reports will examine how its very structure is comprised of redacted density. That nullifies all resonances within a range of redacted to redacted hertz. Bureau innovations that incorporate black rock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. It also works with external threats in real life. A firebreak is kind of based off the idea of siege weaponry, or siege defense, I mean. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock, as works in the field has markedly slowed in recent years. Refer to File 5-93-1733 for full report.
There are areas in the oldest house where, under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from. Extra-dimensional matter. It has the unique property of blocking out a lot of frequencies. A good thing. It keeps things stable, contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665. Neighbor of the Beast. Get it? We can do that again.
And that's how you get the code.
The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right? Black rock comes from a threshold, quarry. So the prisms must be there too.
Think of it as paranatural lead.
And I am just doing a quick explore. I think that the next control point I will shut off for now. Not gonna promise that I'll be back on tonight because, well, each time I've made that promise I've, not been able to follow through, so...
Darling's key.
Okay, so... Not as good as the one I have. Ammo refund. Oh. Let's see here. And give it a Pierce exclusive.
This should get us into the quarry.
And this is Pierce. You have to charge it. You can't just tap it. And I now have a level 5 keycard. So all those level 5 doors, I can now get through.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy. It feels sane. Just the right kind of insane.
I love when I'm able to do something like that. Okay, I do have doubled. Okay, I forgot if I had doubled or not. And yeah. Go all the way to the end, open that one door, and you've got that one. As I've said multiple times, it pays to be observant. It also pays to turn around sometimes. Black Rock Quarry, NSC control room. Yeah, I can now get to it from here. I can now go to the central room and the power plant from here. I could have before, but I would have been stopped by that. I wouldn't have been able to... But here we go. Next control point, like I said. But I also said we are not going to do the stuff right now. Cannot get any of that. I can finally upgrade this though, so I think I'll do that. Let's get up to level 3s. And the more you upgrade, the less likely you are to get the lower ones. So notice that's still a level 2 mod. Yeah. So I've now upgraded to 3. Board countermeasures. I completely forgot about these. I should have been grabbing them. Use spin, arrows, needle to make end haystack. So kill enemies using the spin mod. Using charge, kill enemies in the executive sector. That's executive sector with headshots. I have not been doing the executive sector. Service weapon surge mode. I do not have surge mode. Kill hiss guards in executive using spin. Might as well. In fact, I'll grab that. No, I can only grab 3. I forgot about that. But yeah. I will do that. And I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If I'm on later today, I'm on later today. I'll try and do tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, and take care.